Okay, friends, today I'm going to teach you about the third key to your why, your vision of self-image. This is like a vision board on steroids. Now, there's an old adage that if you don't know where you're going, you have a 0% chance of getting there. So we're going to further script where we're going. Now that we've established your purpose and priorities in life, we're going to turn this into your long-term vision. Your long-term vision of self-image is a mental snapshot of who you want to be, what you want your life to be in 3 to 5 years. Before we dig into this, though, let's talk a little bit more about the science of goal achievement through the lens of motivation. I want you to think of goal achievement as like one of those old school Super Mario games, like the original Nintendo version where you're Mario, you've got to get to the end of the level. Now, along the way, you experience obstacles. Those might be the spikes you have to jump over or that fire that's being thrown at you. But you get to the end of the level, to your goal, if those obstacles don't take you out. And it's as simple as that. And it really is as simple as that. The same is true for your goals. You get to the end of the level if you simply keep going and don't let the obstacles take you out. So if your goal is to get healthier, you decide you want to start running a few times per week. Those obstacles might look like the late bedtime the night before that makes you want to hit snooze, or the cold temperature that gives you a great excuse to skip your run. If you continue being consistent with the process without those obstacles taking you out, you win. It's as simple as that. Success is very simple. Identify your process, make adjustments along the way, and don't let the obstacles get in the way of you doing it consistently. Now, simple doesn't mean easy. Most people allow themselves to be taken out by the obstacles, and this is why the research is so important. Research informs us as to how to best beat those obstacles, and not just what's worked with one person or 3 people, but what has been empirically studied. So here's what we know. Motivation is the driving force behind our behavior. Now, there's a lot of theories and models on motivation, but they all really converge on similar notions. So let's think of motivation as having 2 forms. We have intrinsic want to motivation and extrinsic have to motivation. Now let me explain. Want to motivation, for those goals that are intrinsically motivated, represents goals that are personally meaningful to us. So for example, I really want to become a manager, or I want to run a marathon, or I want to increase my income by 20%. Now, have to motivation represents goals that are externally motivated. Someone or something else is demanding the accomplishment of that goal, or we perceive it as something that we should do or must do. So, I have to nail this report to please my boss to get that promotion, or I have to eat this salad because I need to be healthy, or I have to do well in school or my parents won't give me as much freedom. Have to motivation, or working towards goals that are extrinsically motivated, makes us more likely to succumb to the obstacles and give up on our goals. We don't get to the end of the level as easily or as often. Now, you may be thinking, but there's just some things that I have to do that don't bring me personal fulfillment. It's just the name of the game. Like working through another PowerPoint presentation isn't usually personally fulfilling. Or it's probably not fun to work your way through your prospect calls or to study for your exam. And of course, the process toward achieving your goals, both personally and professionally, is riddled with have-tos. With this isn't fun or this doesn't feel good. And this is why so many people fall short of their goals. So, how do we beat that? When we can tie the not so fun parts of goal achievement to what we want out of life, our why, our want tos, we will be significantly better able to resist the obstacles. And interestingly, research has shown that we're less likely to even see them as obstacles in the first place. So you don't even flinch at the cold weather report. You just grab your jacket in response and head out for your morning run. This is why the vision of self-image is so important. So important, in fact, that this will become an important part of your mental workout that we're going to develop later. But for now, we need it to get to our game plan. Your long-term vision of self-image helps you turn the have-tos into want-tos. It provides the direct link from the process that you need to commit to what is personally fulfilling to you. So maybe prospect calls aren't personally fulfilling, but seeing yourself 5 years from now with your family, enjoying connected time on vacation, or whatever the details of your vision of self image will become, makes it easy to see why you're relentless about getting those prospect calls done. Or seeing yourself 5 years from now feeling energized and pain free and healthy makes it easy to see why you want to get your cardio done today. So in the next video, we're going to put together your vision of self-image. But for now, we're just going to do some thinking to get started. Now, you can write your answers to these questions down or just think them through. But I just want you to think about, what do you want your life to look like in the next 3 to 5 years? How do you want to feel in terms of your health, your energy? What do you want to look like? What type of connection do you want to have with your family or your friends or your community? How much money are you making? How much do you have saved? What's your position or what's the level of impact you're having in your career? Now, you don't need to put anything in writing yet. Just do some thinking on this while you're driving carpool or on your way to work or lying in bed at night. And don't be afraid to dream big. Don't be afraid to be specific. Don't worry that if you say that you want something and it doesn't happen exactly as you stated, that you will have failed. We can and will make adjustments to our visions as we go. So just have fun with this in your mind, and I'll see you in the next video to put it into the correct format.